Okay, so I haven't done one of these in months. I tend to have these spurts, but I'm working to have more consistency. So I have essentially resurrected and rebirthed the painting studio that I had a few years ago called Tangerine Sky. And this past weekend I put easels back up on the wall and brought out all of my paints that have been in storage for 2-3 years because I've kind of come back to that place where I have always wanted to be an artist and a writer, and bringing that back to the forefront of my life and making it a priority, and also really wanting to support people and sort of discovering or rediscovering or unearthing or for the very first time meeting their own creativity and their own unique process. And so I'm super excited, and there's definitely those thoughts, specifically like the one when I woke up this morning and was like, what the hell am I doing? And is this really what I want to do? And because sometimes I wake up, actually it's probably like 50-50 or more like 75-25 of waking up and being like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to paint. Because it doesn't always take me to the most joyous emotions, so to speak. Like I came and painted yesterday, and I cried a good amount of the time because this time of year my family moved when I was 14 across the country from California to Georgia, and it, you know, in the grand scheme of things of what other people experience, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But for me, it was huge, and it definitely shifted my life. And it was probably the first time that I had one of those significant experiences where I woke up the next day and kind of felt like I was in a different world, and there wasn't a going back. It was like, okay, now and moving forward. And at the time, like I just was sort of overcome by grief and sadness and loss, and that just kind of stuck me in depression for several years. And it's like I didn't even have the strength, it felt like, to do what it would take to shift things. So yeah, this time of year, all of that is kind of like coming back around, kind of, you know, like when elephants migrate and they, you know, they're walking and they pause at one of those places where on the previous migration season, one of their elephants, like one of their group died, and they'll stop and take a moment to mourn and acknowledge, and they do it and they remember, and they do it every year. And it's kind of like that coming back around to it and feeling it all over again. And so yeah, that's what happened yesterday. So today I didn't necessarily want to get up and come, and because it's that place of like, well, I don't know if I want to feel that, or even I don't know if I want to feel the joy. Like, I don't know, the painting has me feel stuff, and that's beautiful. And sometimes there's resistance there. So this morning when I was throwing the ball for Bella, I was thinking like, okay, like why, like Erica, why does this always come back around? Like why, no matter how many times you sort of step away from art and creating, and it always comes back. And somebody, I read a quote somewhere where they said like the important things always return. And so I'm kind of heeding that and being like, okay, this is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be in your life, and it's supposed to be in other people's lives too. So I was driving here to paint, and I thought of a song that absolutely captures my relationship with creativity. So I'm going to sing it for you. And it's one of my favorites. And I usually just sing in the shower or in the car. But I'm going to sing here because I want to. And it seems fun and a little uncomfortable. And then I'll wrap it up with like a summary of just one of the reasons why I come back and paint. So here we go. Deep breath. Right. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your side. I will wait for you. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails she makes me wait. And I'll wait without you. With or without you. With or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore. You give it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you. With or without you. With or without you. Oh, I can't live with or without you. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, you get the point. So that's always been one of my favorite songs because it's super dramatic. Yeah, it's sort of that love-hate relationship sometimes that I feel. Like every time I try and live without it, I can't. And then when I am trying to live with it, it just feels so dramatic. But that is one of the reasons why I keep coming back to it, because it most definitely puts me in, it's the practice of being uncomfortable, and uncomfortable in it all. So uncomfortable in like the sadness and grief that I was feeling the other day. Also uncomfortable with the joy. I've been doing 30 days of gratitude writing, and to be honest, what I've discovered is one of the hardest, or what feels like a really challenging emotion to feel is joy, and to hold it, and not just to feel it within, because I know there's so much in here, but to share that and actually express that with others. So that's why I'm painting. That's why I'm resurrecting an art studio, and to both be in the discomfort for myself, and then also to sort of be in the discomfort of sharing the joy and the absolute love and just devotion that I have to the creative process. So that was the painting that I did last night, and I'm gonna keep working on it today and see what happens. So thank you. It was fun. I'll see you soon.